DC here. Hi guys and gals, it's Sunday afternoon. I thought I'd come over and show you some of the work that's being done right now. Actually, I think I mentioned in one of the other vlogs that they're having to, well, they've digged along the garage here and help for the draining. That's not quite finished yet. Actually, they're going to put some stones over here, and they made a cement base here. They're going to put a cabin on, a little garden house, which is over here. It's some company that's upside down. It's called BioHort. So it's in metal. So it'll be actually long lasting. The other one we had before was, goodness sakes, we had it for over 25 years, something like that, all in all. And it was just kind of getting past its prime. Well, definitely past its prime, but yeah, so work's still being done. The cement base is still over in one corner, slightly soft. So the builders put it there. They just told us this is not going to do anything on it yet. It's going to wait still a few more days. I mean, we had some cold and we had some humid weather, which was really not optimal. Definitely not optimal for, drying cement. It's kind of hard to believe, actually, isn't it? I mean, like, most of the people listening to me are North America. We're doing these things in February. Yeah, well, it's actually a rather warm February for the moment. It could change though, because it was around freezing. It was slightly below freezing this morning, but I don't know. I think the weather said rain all this week. I just hope it's not freezing rain. It's nothing I hate really more than that. Yeah, but otherwise, yeah, it feels like spring, which is of course not quite normal for this time of year. Usually February is our coldest month, but it's definitely not up to now being the coldest. Let me get out of here. There's just too much sun, and I don't know what it's doing actually on the view. Let me see the viewfinder. Okay, so here it'll be darker, but on the other hand, there won't be as much sun on the lens. Yeah, I just finished watching with Mrs. DC. Well, actually a bit earlier. We had let me see, at 11:30 we had our online service, which we watched with the Headington Baptist Church over in the UK, in England, near Oxford. And after, we watched a short documentary on the life of, oh goodness sake, I just watched it, I should remember the name, Schultz, which is the penman. You see, I've forgotten his name. Was it Roger? Anyway, you know who I mean. The one who made Peanuts. And yeah, people over there watching me saying, what is he doing with his camera? And yeah, so anyway, so as I said, we watched that documentary. It was really, really interesting about, not only the way he, came up with everything about the Peanuts. I mean, from Charlie Brown up to, Linus, Lucy, and everybody. And, how he incorporated Peppermint Patty and Franklin and Pigpen. And, every single person was influenced by something in his life or a part of him. There was the two components, basically, of people in his life, of, like, the little redhead girl was a lost love, which he never had. Well, actually, no, it's not quite true. I didn't say it correctly. A love that he wanted, but did not go to him, went to somebody else, and so on. So, yeah, we watched it on the Apple TV Plus app, and it was really quite touching, actually. It was. Because, I mean, I think the thing is that one of the reasons probably we all love Peanuts and being, oh yeah, he talked about Snoopy, of course. But I mean, how we all love Peanuts and the characters is there's something of us, isn't there, in them, in the different persons, in the different feelings, emotions, attitudes that we have in our life, how much, you know, that we feel that we can go for it, how much we feel that life is getting on to us, and so on, you know. And there's a lot of things going on, you know, be it in my life, in my children's life, or, you know, friends or relatives and family, which really do make you realize, you know, that life sometimes sucks. Yeah, and it's a good thing that we do have, you know, something to look forward to. At least that's the way I see it. And I like what Linus said at one point to Charlie Brown in the I don't remember where anymore, but you know, he was saying, look up to the stars. Everyone is different. Everyone has a different way of, I don't exactly, I'm kind of paraphrasing, but you know, a different way of shining, a different way of, you know, looking down on you. I guess the same thing could be said, you know, about, you've heard the same thing about snowflakes and so on, but I like it with the stars because it's like from above and you can look there. And it also just doesn't mean, you know, it's not only the question of looking at the stars. I think almost as, you know, it's not only looking up, but it's looking towards, looking forward, and so on. Anyway, you know what I mean. So yeah, have you been a, you know, Charlie Brown or Peanuts fan, depending on how people want to call it, over your life? I certainly have. There was a person in the documentary that did say something that I found actually that spoke to me a lot, was about the different Charlie Brown specials, you know, which basically kind of brought on the seasons. You know, the Christmas the Christmas special, there was the Halloween, there was the Easter one. And when you think about it, all of those things, there were just so many things like movies and so on that when you were kids our ages, and I'd say our ages because the people that are watching me are, you know, over 50 or what, but I'm over 60. So, you know, it kind of like the rhythm of the seasons. There was a lot of things that followed with the television shows or the comics and so on. And some of them aren't even allowed anymore, but I mean, that's another story. We won't get into that. So yeah. So I was asking the question, I'll ask it again though, is it, how much did you enjoy the Charlie Brown, be it the comics, the strips, you know, or the television show, or not the shows, but the television specials, and so on. Yeah, tell me about it. I'm kind of curious. Okay, so I'll be DC signing off. Hope you all have a good Sunday. Bye. Take care.